Order in the courtroom. Do not harass the jurors. They're only here to do their job today. Stay on track, Tanzee. Yes or no? And if you got to go into a whole dialogue of it and it offends you, then you should have just answered yes or no. Let's keep it to yes or no, and we won't go into these dialogues.
Can I speak on Tanzee's behalf?
No, ma'am. We have to get to the jurors, and then we'll come back to the attorneys. My God, in here today. Poetic, were you done? Jasmine, let me hear from you. Woo, girl. I'm going to need a raise after today.
We're going to get you one. Can you hear me, Miss Netra?
Well, is Poetic finished? Because are you calm? Are you relaxed?
Tanzee, please go on mute.
Are you a therapist?
Not too much on my
license. Yes, I am a therapist.
I'm turning off my comments, and I hate the comments off, which means y'all got to hurry up and tap because the comments make the case. Kevin, please.
Yes, I am a licensed behavior.
Wait a minute. Tanzee, please go on mute.
No outbursts, Tanzee. You are another galaxy. We don't play around here at this juke joint. You were given rules before. Now, I understand galaxies cost, okay.
Okay.
I don't want to be in people's pockets today. Go ahead,
Judge.
My question.
In Tanzee's defense, Dr. Dutchess did read in the DSM-5 that Tanzee is compelled.
It's not on you. That's another galaxy. You will pay at this time and not your client. Order in the juke joint. Now, this is cold. Jasmine, can I hear from you?
Yes, ma'am. So when they played the evidence, I don't remember which one it says. You said in the live when Dr. Dutchess called you bipolar and y'all laughed on the live. Weren't you guys friends after that live?
No, we were not. And we did not laugh. She laughed. I did not laugh. I said she laughed. And I didn't think it was funny.
I was listening to the clip, and in the clip, it sounded like everybody was laughing.
Laughing at me. I wasn't laughing.
Okay. Also, you also just said that you loved and or trusted her.
One question per juror.
Okay, I'm sorry.
One question per juror. Thank you. If you want to pass that question to an inbox to one of the other jurors, you may, if they didn't have a question. One question per juror. Bright Eye Regal, it's on you. We want to get through the day without it being Friday. Next Friday, we know it's free.
My question is for Dr. Dutchess, because it seems like everyone is trying to tell what you did and how you did it. I would like to know, when you mentioned that Tanzee was bipolar, is it because she said she was bipolar, or is it because you evaluated her, or you just saw that she had bipolar tendencies? That's all I want to know. Dr. Dutchess, are you still there? Okay.
Yes. On that line, which greatness the Black creator brought over here, if that live had been allowed to play through, or if he had been allowed to testify, he would have testified that I stood in defense of Tanzee. Tanzee was thrown off the panel because the opposition that threw her off did not like the fact that she kept referring to herself as a G-O-D. I never said God blank what she trying to say. I said, Tanzee wanted me to bring her back up on the panel. I declined to do that because normally when she gets thrown off the panel in the mafia, I brings her back. Okay, because I'm known for doing that. I'm known for taking them down. I'm known for bringing them back.
I object. Relevance.
I'm getting there if I'm allowed to talk.
Yeah, overruled. Did she answer the question?
No, I did not.
Okay, go ahead, Dr.
What happened was after there was a big argument once they threw her off their live. The lady that threw her off the live said, I want to ask you a question. She said, aren't you a Christian? I said, yes, I am. She said, so you think it's right as a Christian
I
that
object.
she's running around
Relevant.
calling herself?
Hold on. Overruled.
She is specifically asking about being called bipolar on Diamond's Live. Dr. Dutchess is talking about a different live, and that has nothing to do with the question.
It's relevant.
Another outburst.
Okay, no, that wasn't an outburst. She's allowed to say objection. So I do have the question for you, Dr. Dutchess. Is this going to sum up the question that was presented from Bright Eye Regal? Bright Eye Regal.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Just like she's had all her foundational stuff, I got some foundational stuff too. Yes, ma'am. I was getting there.
Okay.
Because it has to be put in context.
Context.
May I continue, Judge?
Yes, continue.
Thank you. The young lady said to me, she says, aren't you a Christian? I said, yes, I am a Christian. She says, you don't have a problem with her calling herself a God. I told the young lady, I said, she can say whatever she want to say about herself. I don't have to agree with it, but I agree with her right to say it. And then I said, y'all know Tanzee is bipolar. Y'all know that she rants and go on. I was trying to get the panel off talking about her so we could go back to talking about politics. Because that's what we do on that panel until Tanzee shows up. I did not diagnose her as bipolar. I just threw it out there. That is why I said to her, and everyone who knows and listens to me on live knows that I don't laugh and giggle about anything. I'm a very serious person. So if I'm laughing and giggling, then I am joking with you. Okay? And that is what happened. I never formally diagnosed her. I turned her down as a client because I did not think she would be a good fit for me. We had gotten into an argument. She told me she wanted my husband's phone number so she could sleep with him. And she and I from there had bad. But Your Honor,
stay focused.
I'm gonna say these things when it's my time to testify.
We're almost at the end. Stay focused, Dr. Dutchess. Finish, and then we're gonna get to Inedible with his question. Go ahead.
Okay. So we had multiple prior to Tanzee asking me to be her therapist. Tanzee had gotten mad because I had sniped her off the live. That is what I do.
This has nothing to do with the question that was asked. Did you assess Tanzee? Why did you call her bipolar?
Well, I just want to reiterate. I don't want my question.
I do have a question. Hold on one second. Bright Eye Regal, you proposed the question. Are we getting anywhere with what Dr. Dutchess is responding to? Or would you like to rephrase it?
Well, no,
so that we can move forward with this case.
She did answer it, but I want to make sure that because how the human just questioned it, it doesn't seem like, because that's not what I wanted to know. I wanted, and Dr. Dutchess answered, I wanted to know if she called her bipolar because Tanzee says that she's bipolar, or did she call her bipolar because that is what she feels? She feels as though Tanzee is bipolar. That's it. That's all. Not an assessment. If I use that, I do apologize. If she just threw it out there because that's the word that she wanted to use, Tanzee is bipolar. That's how she feels. Dr. Dutchess. That's how Dr. Dutchess feels, or because Tanzee said she was bipolar. That's it.
I said it. Y'all know Tanzee is bipolar. I never had an assessment with Tanzee. I never had an offline conversation with Tanzee. I never called Tanzee's phone number, and I rejected her as a client.
So feelings versus facts. I just saw girlfriend put that down there, and I'm stealing that from the audience. Feeling versus facts.
Your Honor, am I able to ask you a quick question? And also, are we allowed one question per plaintiff and defendant? Your Honor, you said we're allowed one question, right? So I can ask the plaintiff one and the defendant one? Okay.
Well, we have not made it to Dr. Dutchess' questioning, so we're still just right now on Tanzee. And then we're going to move forward with Dr. Dutchess and questions.
Okay, really
I
quickly.
haven't even testified.
Yes, that's what we're fixing to do now, Dr. Dutchess.
Really quickly before I get to Tanzee, can I ask you a question, Your Honor?
Yes, you may ask me a question.
Okay. If the clip is of Dr. Dutchess reading the definition of narcissist,
I object.
Why is it being added into evidence about something when she's bringing her to court for calling her bipolar, not a narcissist?
The hearing overruled. I haven't even heard the question. Can we
asking
I can speak for myself.
He's getting clarity, he has to finish. Order in the courtroom, the human. Mick up. He has to get clarity. He's asking a valid question. I'm overruling. Continue.
If Tanzee's spiff is that she misdiagnosed her with being bipolar, why is the clip of Dr. Dutchess reading the definition of narcissist being entered into evidence?
Good question. Thank you. That is a good question, and it is a warranted and valid question. As we proceed to move forward, I will write that down because that's a good question. And I do think now that's a question for you. He asked me, but now I'm going to propose the question to you.
And then I can ask my question to Tanzee afterwards.
I answered this question 3 times already, and inevitable. Please listen to the answer so that we're clear on this. The reason why this is a defamation and abuse of power case. In the initial clips, which have not been fully played, Dr. Dutchess calls Tanzee bipolar multiple times on a live.
Okay.
In that same live, Tanzee felt forced to say, even though she said it previously, there is no telling how many new people did not know about her diagnosis prior to Dr. Dutchess, to that conversation. I didn't even know that Tanzee had a narcissistic personality disorder until that live. On that live, Tanzee says, Dr. Dutchess, before I respond, I need to let 600 and something people know that I am not bipolar. I have narcissistic disorder. That then brings us over to another live where now the question becomes, does Dr. Dutchess know the difference between narcissistic disorder and bipolar? And I provided proof that she has access to the DSM-5 manual, which she calls the Psychology Bible, where she reads the definition of NPD. So she knows the difference between bipolar and NPD. That is the truth.
I do want to bring to Tip's attention that you are stating to this court that Tanzee, being an adult woman, was forced to tell her diagnosis, is what you're stating to the court, that she was forced to tell because of a misdiagnosis. So I do want to document that in my court. Okay, thank you.
Okay, so I can
documented and noted. She felt forced.
Okay, so I can ask my question to Dr. Dutchess and Tanzee. Okay, so my first question for Tanzee, and then I'll go to Dr. Dutchess. My question to Tanzee is, Tanzee, on Tiffany's Live, it was a topic called Surviving Tanzee. Matter of fact, no, I asked this one. Okay, so let me start over. Okay, so Diamond came in. She said that she made it clear that the whole reading of the definition wasn't for you. and she came in as a witness and stated that on the record. Are you calling Diamond, Dr. Dutchess, and the 800 plus viewers in Diamond's Live a liar?
Yes, I am.
No.
Okay,
No, we are
that's my
not
question.
calling
Okay,
them a
so
liar.
Hold on.
now
One
my
said
question.
yes, one said no. Which documentation am I going with? The attorney or am I going with Tanzee?
The testimony.
The definition that Dr. Dutchess read,
The
which
testimony.
you said I could not use, Miss Netra, because it's about another person, is about another person, but it proves that Dr. Dutchess knows the difference between NPD and bipolar. So we are in a defamation case. So Tanzee is not saying that they're lying. The evidence is supporting the fact that Dr. Dutchess knows what NPD is.
Okay, so
Oh, God.
let me ask my question to Dr. Dutchess because Tansy just said the opposite of her.
Hold on,
I'm
before we
her
get to Dr.
representative.
Dutchess. Hold on. Are we done with the closing? I don't even know what to call this because I done heard closing arguments, all this. This is an upside down juke joint case for real today. I would like to proceed to Dr. Dutchess, and if we can keep these questions and answers to what we're asking.
Okay.
Not take us back to Christmas in 2024.
Okay.
We want to know about last year's Christmas, which was 3 days ago.
Okay.
So if we could try to refrain from going all the way back to our childhood and stick in adulthood, I would appreciate it. It's amazing here right now. I do think Diamond is at the door. I'm not sure. I thought I saw her a while ago.
Your Honor, I can ask my
I'm
question to
seeing-
Dr. Dutchess, right?
Okay, Diamond is not. I don't know who the people are at the door, but we're not letting you in. Okay, so
I can ask my question to Dr. Dutchess, right?
This is now your third question.
No, she said I can ask her one and one to the
well,
plaintiff,
we
one to
gotta
the
hold on.
defendant.
Let's order first, sir. We gotta get to the attorneys. Top has questions for her witness, and then we'll hear from Human with the witness, and then it comes back to the jurors. With that being said, Kev is downstairs. Kevin Brown.
Your
He is
Honor.
pissed off because I'm asking him not to turn off these comments. We got to get 1 million taps in here, y'all. Don't stop bopping. Please don't stop bopping.
Your Honor,
No, sir.
before I ask my question, I asked for clarity. I said, can I ask you a question? And then are we allowed one for the plaintiff, one for the defendant? And you said yes. So I was going to give my one for
I'm sorry. I misheard and I misunderstood. Your question can be for Tanzee, and then when it's time for Dr. Dutchess, we go in the order that we
Yes,
usually
ma'am.
do.
Yes, ma'am.
You have a question for Tanzee.
I did ask my question. She said that everybody were liars, which was the opposite of her attorney.
Judge, I object.
Objection and for me to you. Overruled. He asked that question to Tanzee. She gave her answer, and you came in with your answer. But that question was not for you, Human. That question was for Tanzee.
But I would like to explain why I say no.
You said no.
I would like to explain because Diamond came up and Diamond said something that was not true, and so did Dr. Dutchess. Said
Okay,
some things that
your answer is no.
no, but the way that he said it was
wait a minute. Was your answer no? Because one said yes and one said no.
no. The way that I interpreted his question was different from my attorney. I thought he was asking me if what Diamond said up here was the truth, and what Diamond said when she came up here was
But
not
you
the
did
truth.
say yes before, right, Tanzee? Answer my question now, Tanzee. Did you say yes earlier?
I said that they were lying about what Diamond. I was referring to what Diamond said.
Did you say yes earlier? I just want to document that because
Yes,
now.
I did. Yes, I did.
So let the record show, Tip, that Tanzee answered that question earlier as yes. She is now changing her answer.
No, I'm not. I'm
And
explaining.
yes, that's what I'm going to say. She's changing the answer and with an explanation of why the change. Go ahead, Tanzee.
When
I'm being told in the
I object.
comments
Is
that
that not
inevitable
perjury?
my
is
Is that
related to
goodness.
Dr.
perjury?
Dutchess.
Oh my goodness.
Is that not perjury?
No, that's
That
not
is not
perjury.
perjury.
That is
You
perjury. If
don't know
she
what
answered the
perjury.
question yes and came back and said no, that's
No, because
perjury.
I need
She's
to
under oath.
explain.
That's perjury.
No,
Can I say
no, there's not.
I'm
You don't know
writing
the
yes
definition of
down.
perjury.
Listen to me. If y'all would listen. Listen is very important. I said I'm documenting yes. Her first answer was yes. She's saying no now, and I'm giving her room to say why she is saying no now. But in documentation, her answer was yes earlier. I am taking that into consideration just as well as I took in the poll vote against Dr. Dutchess earlier, where she didn't win on that poll. I took that into consideration. So these answers are still documented, but she is wanting to explain why. So yes, perjury is a part of trial. After I hear her, I heard why she changed it at first. So before I can rule it as perjury, I got to hear the reason. So prematurely, Tanzee, why did you change your answer?
The way that he asked the question, my mind was talking about, because he brought up Black Diamond coming up here and making a statement saying that Dr. Dutchess, when she was reading off the DSM-4 out of 5, that it did not apply to me. The reason why I said that Diamond was lying is because Diamond did not tell the truth. She knows that Dr. Dutchess has repeatedly been calling me bipolar and all kind of mental health, giving me all kind of mental health diagnosis.
I
And
object, Doctor.
no,
Hold on, let her finish because
no, and that's why I wanted to subpoena Black Diamond up here, because she knows that it's true. Matter of fact, on 12/31 on New Year's.
Okay, we're going to move forward. Let me tell you why. I'm documenting, yes. And at this time, the court is going to state that because your attorney came off of Merck and interjected with her answer, I feel as though you changed yours.
No.
That is my opinion as sitting here listening to your reason. So I did not want anybody to interrupt. I wanted to hear. That is not a good enough reason for me to take into consideration, nor take that as your final answer. What will be documented today is the first answer that you gave. If your lawyer had not interrupted, we will probably be still traveling with the yes. The human. It is very important that on today that you be mindful of the questions and answers, and that you do not interrupt, because it can be used against your client in the court of law. So with that being said, the jury is being asked to dismiss.
That's not fair.
Well, I'm sorry.
Inevitable is related to Dr. Dutchess, and everyone in the comment section is saying inevitable is related to Dr. Dutchess.
You owe 3 galaxies to this Jew joint. And let me tell you why. I am the judge.
You guys are not being fair. You're not being fair, and you're not listening to Inevitable misuse the evidence that I provided. You're not listening to Tanzee, and you're not listening to me. And the comments are saying that Inevitable is not a good juror because him and Dr. Dutchess have a very close relationship. And I'm trying to share this very important information to you. However, you want to dismiss the case. It's not fair.
No, ma'am, I do not want to dismiss this case. I never said that. I never said that. So because of your outburst, you are to pay up your galaxy. I never said I was dismissing this case. I said that I was using her answer. That's it. And we were getting ready to move to the attorneys for questioning. I never said I was dismissing. I just said that she answered yes at first to his question. She answered yes. And then you said no. She later came back and said that she wanted to give her reason of why she changed it to no. I did not accept her reason, and I'm moving forward with the yes, not dismissing this case at all. So with that being said, you do owe a galaxy. And if we feel as though if he's being biased, I have not heard him say anything into defense of Dr. Dutchess. He asked a question. He asked a question.
He misused the evidence that I clearly provided. And Tanzee had already explained that she is dyslexic, and he changed everything that I said and asked her a different question. And that's the reason why we have two different answers. And that's not being considered. I told the jury very clearly that the video
for her. Yes, you can, but you have to just read it.
That the video that when Dr. Dutchess read the DSM-5, you told me that I could not give all the details because it included another individual. However, the evidence was being used to support that Dr. Dutchess knows the difference between NPD and bipolar. Tanzee is clearly stating that when he asked, he then turned around and said, well, Tanzee, I don't know what that has to do with you. Are you saying,
let me ask this
are
question.
you saying that they're lying? And that's a totally different question from the evidence that I provided.
Let me ask the question. They said that Dr. Dutchess calls you son, Mr. Invaluable. Does she call you son? If so, that will be conflict of interest, and I will have to dismiss you from this case. Not wanting to, because we do have other cases you can come in. But if she calls you son, that will be bias in the courtroom of law, and I will have to dismiss you. Or nephew, that's too close for comfort, and we want this to be a fair trial. Could you answer that question? Does she relate to you as a relative?
No, she calls me dear.
Okay.
That's
and Your Honor, my question was
along with a whole bunch of the rest of them.
Your Honor, my question was based on Diamond's testimony, not on the evidence the human presented.
You said, okay.
Okay, so with that being said, the human, do you have a problem with moving forward, we mandating, mandate report, monitoring his questions? Could he be able to still sit in on this case? Or are you stating that you've heard them have a relationship closer than dear? I need to know that now.
I've been tagged in the comments over 60 times, letting me know that Inevitable is very close to Dr. Dutchess.
Let's put a poll up. Have you all heard Dr. Dutchess and this man, this juror today be identified as some type of relative, past dear, brother, son, nephew? Yes, it's red, blue, it's no. Yes, it's red, blue, it's no. We want honesty in this room. We want honesty. We're halfway through this trial and they made it nowhere. We got to get somewhere with it. Okay, this is going to be a tight one. This will depend on the audience. And if they say no and we come out with a no, he will proceed with this trial. If they say yes and it comes out yes, we will drop him. So are you stating if this man is related to Dr. Dutchess in a sociable way? We need your answers. It's very important. It's 1,700 people in here. Come in the room and vote. Yes means red, blue is no. Blue will keep him here, red will drop him from this panel. It's nothing against you, sir. I have nothing against you at all. But we have to be fair. This is a trial. We are coming down to the knit of the grit. Oh my God. Whoa, God, I don't want to look at the final answer. With that being said, Mr. Edible.
Well, then maybe you should disqualify all my witnesses, because I call Keith nephew. He calls me auntie. Most of the mafia calls me auntie. So maybe you should just go ahead and disqualify all my witnesses.
I agree.
I follow Tanzee too.
No, we can't do that. No, we can't do that. Let's hear from Otis. This is what, wild card moment.
Your Honor,
this is a wild card moment. I don't think that this is really mattering and it's hurting this case.
Your Honor, a witness is different than a juror.
I agree.
And that's what she's not understanding. A witness, Dr. Dutchess can call witnesses, but a witness is different than a juror actually judging her. So I see what she's saying, but there's a difference.
That's right. So we might be keeping him here. With that being said, Kevin Brown, let us hear from you, Otis. This is
he's a juror, is he not?
He is a juror. He's not a witness. He is acting as a juror. He has done nothing today that has put him in the form of a witness. And it's going to be kind of hard when we all fellowship the same spaces.
It's a conflict of interest,
the people in the
did a poll.
They can't for anyone other than the person that is in violation. That's all. But I think I am her got it. So yes, anyone in the court gallery can pay the fine for someone other than the person who has. You can't pay it to that person that is in violation. It can go to anybody else on the panel or whatever.
Your
So
Honor,
listen here.
this is a conflict of interest because he told me that he was going to be on Dr. Dutch's side to make sure I lose my case.
Tanzee, why are you
She's
lying?
lying.
No,
She's
you did say
lying.
that.
Tanzee, why are you
You
lying?
did say
We
that.
coming to a
I
small
don't.
problem.
Tanzee,
Listen
stop
here.
lying. Stop
You
lying.
did say
Tanzee.
that.
Stop
Hold
lying,
on.
Tanzee.
You did say that. It's a
Hold on,
conflict
Tanzee,
of
go on mute.
interest.
Go on mute.
Guys, this is entertainment purposes only. Let me tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna move forward. We're 2 hours into this case.
If
I'm
Inevitable
already
stays as a juror, we would like to just remove ourselves from this case because this is not fair.
I know you fucking lying and got me here 2 hours and y'all done worried the shit out of me.
Inevitable has to go.
Judge,
We
if I can give an
We
opinion
did a
and just
poll.
drop
She
run
don't
this
down.
dictate to the
joint. We
court.
don't get to run this Jew joint. He stays. And let me tell you why. Because I just heard her
Tanzee,
state. I
please
just hold
drop.
on.
We're just
The
going to remove
human. You're
ourselves.
interrupting the judge, the human. Dr. Dutchess just said Keith has been called as her nephew. No one stopped that. If we know that, okay, so they have dropped down at this time, Dr. Dutchess wins this trial. At
Judge,
this time, with the evidence presented and them disqualifying themselves from here, Dr. Dutchess has won this trial if they bow out.
Judge, can
And
I just really
that's
quick?
what that is, that she will win this trial by default. For the simple reason, this is entertainment purposes. We all be in each other's spaces. This man has not acted today as a witness, only a juror. He asked a question. Dr. Dutchess has also identified that Keith is called nephew. No one stopped that. So what we will do today is, if Tanzee has left, and this is her second time leaving in the middle of a court case.
Judge, if I could really quick, before you make the decision, if I could just say something really quick, and I won't be a juror if this is going to be a conflict of interest or a bias.
Well, Tanzee
Okay?
is friends with Bright
I
Eyes.
voted. Let me fight the comments. I did put a poll up, but I put a poll up not knowing that she also called somebody else that came up with information was you. He calls them nephew. This man, if he had done something today that acted biased, I would drop his ass quickly. He has not done anything today that he acted as a biased person in this trial. He has asked everybody questions. He asked Tanzee. He has not even made it to Dr. Dutchess. So y'all saying
And
he's a
Tanzee
witness.
got to testify, and I didn't.
If I could please really quick.
Tanzee and her lawyer has completely dominated this courtroom today.
But it looks like we're going
And all the little comment cousins down there have been riding with Tanzee the whole time, and you've not heard me complain one time.
Well, it ain't
Right,
nothing to do about y'all.
friends with the human, and you didn't hear me complain.
If I could say something really quick, please.
Yes, please say something.
Judge, I get what you're saying because Inevitable has not done anything to show that he is biased. He's questioning like anyone else is questioning. The difference that they're trying to explain is when it comes to a witness is going to come up and more than likely be biased, right? Unless the lawyer can try to sway them some other type of way. However, someone that is going to be a juror, the common cousins are thinking that the jurors upstairs have the final say. And maybe y'all don't know this. You guys downstairs have the final say. So in some way, Inevitable really isn't a problem up here. He doesn't get to do anything other than ask questions like everybody else. You guys are going to be the ones voting on who wins and who loses. So I just want to throw that out there. And Dr. Dutchess, I am no more friends with Tanzee than I am with you. I am very biased.
The human. I said
the human. I don't even know the human, but I do think that she's been doing a great job. I'm very unbiased.
Good. They have lost the case. The case is over.
I like being up here because I know that I don't care whether or not I'm cool with you or not. I'm really going to look at the case. I love me some Top Shelf, and I've been riding her ass downstairs. Okay, so that's just what I do. But I just wanted to give you that, Judge.
If they can make allegations, I've been sitting here all this time. I've been dog pounded on by the comments.
And don't
I've
forget
had all of my integrity called into competence. I've been testified against by someone who's clearly my inferior. And I've sit here and tried to gracefully walk through this thing out of respect for Miss Netra and her courtroom. So don't tell me about being fair. Because if it's been unfair to anyone, it's been unfair to me.
So let me say this. I know I put the poll up, and I'm going to take the back bite of the poll. I put the poll up prematurely. My thing is this, what Bright Eye just brought to the forefront. We don't make votes up here. We don't vote on anything. It is still going to be up to you all. So him asking a question, and we can rephrase the question if necessary, but I have not heard him ask anything that was leading to no witness. He has not asked a leading question. So with that being said, y'all make the decision anyway. We don't.
But so, you have to admit, Judge.
And I'm going to say again, that therapist was not my equal. She was inferior to me in education, training, and experience. Think what the devil y'all want to think.
Dr. Okay, so we're doing fine.
We are doing good. Evolution, y'all. I don't like people up here that didn't have anything to do. They are going to drop y'all. And I'm sorry, but I want to keep it fair. I know y'all FOE, but I got to keep it as fair. I'm already going to have to take most of the bullet that's going to get bit because my poll did not matter as of right now. So let me say this to Tanzee and to her attorney. If it will be beneficial enough, I will have to say this. I want to continue with this case. So, Mr. Inedible, I might have to, because your word is your bond, to drop you because we did put up that poll and I let them vote. To move this case forward, I'm going to, 1, apologize, 2, bring you back for another case that will be just as hot as this one. But I think that we need to move forward in peace, and that's what I would like to do. This case we are invested in, and to make it satisfying to the jurors, because they do matter.
Did you not rule on the case already, Miss Netra?
Listen here. I said if they don't come back.
I apologize.
Yes, if they do not come back, we are going to rule in your favor because I think it's immature, honestly, to drop out and to not listen and have an understanding. I do think that it is unfair to him because he has not done anything that was biased. Just because you know of a relationship, we all got relationships. I call Dr. Dutchess auntie. Should I not be the judge?
Yeah,
I call her auntie Dutchess. Should I not be the judge because I call her auntie Dutchess? I just told y'all the other day, I like Tanzee. I don't give a damn how nobody feel about Tanzee. I like Tanzee. So should I not be the judge for Tanzee? So with that being said, which way are we going? I want to hear from the jurors, not I want to hear from the jurors. My God, in here today, can we not get through this case?
I have to agree with Bright Eye. What we say up here, we just ask questions, but our 4 opinions do not matter. And I don't even think we can vote. So the vote actually is the comment, cousins. There's over 1,000 people in here. It would be on you guys to make the decision. Nothing that the jurors say would be able to sway one way or the other because you guys probably have your mind made up already. But you guys are the ones who make the decision, not us.
Right.
I think that
if anybody should have dropped, it should have been me and my lawyers. But this case has clearly been swayed by the other parties.
We're not doing bad.
Yeah, I think that the comment cousins, clearly they haven't been to one of Judge Trensetta's courtrooms to understand how it goes. Because basically your jurors are here to ask the questions that you guys can't answer so that you guys can come up with a verdict. So it's unfortunate that happened. But I do want to make this request, Judge Trensetta. If they do come back, can we please hear Dr. Dutchess?
We haven't even heard from that witness.
And Your Honor, I do want to say from the start of this case, the comments have been very disrespectful to the point to where even you, the judge, said, please be respectful of these people and their professions. They have shown more biasness than I have, and all I did was ask a question. So who's really to blame? Who really should not hold the final vote? Because I didn't show any bias. The comments did.
And I said that at the beginning, Judge. At the beginning, I brought, before even my lawyers did, I said these people been all over Black TikTok, swaying folk, getting folk. Why do you think so many people is in this room? It's 1,600 people in this room for this case, and this case alone. Okay? So, I mean, if we want to be honest, let's be really honest here. Nobody's been badgered more than me. Nobody's been bullied more than me. I have sit here and tried to be a good sport. I've talked to my lawyers on the back end and tried to do what you say. When I had an outburst, I paid the fine. Okay? I told you from the beginning that my feelings were it should be a bench trial, not a jury trial, because I felt like the jurors were going to vote against me for the reasons that all of you already know what they are.
I would like to
We do know when we have court, Dr. Dutchess, we get at least 1,000, 1,100 on court days. They like Judge Trendsetter. I just ain't been in my.
Yes, they do like you. I like you, or I wouldn't be here. I didn't have to be here.
I would like to
say, okay, can I just say, I'm back focused. So, but I do want to say this. I want to continue with this case because the case is good.
Mrs. Netra,
okay,
my client and I were preparing to come back up here. However, Inevitable is still on the panel. Multiple people have been able to speak on this case.
You came in, Diamond was saying something. We gonna hear from you because you're a good lawyer. You got some lit spunk to you, but we got to get you in some decorum, some order. Hold on 1 second, Hearman. I know it's your first time, but you do speak out of order sometime. Let us hear from Diamond, and we'll get back to you being the bullhead Johnny Cockrell that you want to be, because you could. Go ahead, Diamond. You good, girl.
Okay, I just want to say this, and then you can let Tanzee back up. Okay, so Lord Jesus. Okay, so I wanted to say this, Dr. Dutchess. Listen, I feel you should sue Tanzee for pain and suffering. Okay, I'm gonna get Johnny Cochran on the line, and we're gonna get to the bottom of this.
Ridiculous, Diamond. And these are your supporters. You're being this is favoritism. Favoritism.
Dr. Dutchess,
and this is a sign of abuse of power. You're being forced. You're being forced to say this, Black Diamond. We know that.
Don't worry. Dr. Dutchess, we're going to sue
Diamond's being compensated, and so
is compensated to say that.
So if Diamond is being compensated, and so are Netra.
Miss Netra,
where is my gavel?
This is not fair. We were coming up here. Miss Netra, how is this fair?
Okay.
How is this fair? How is this fair at all?
Okay.
Hold on.
You said you want to continue with the case.
Oh, a galaxy to the juke joint. Listen here, Linda, y'all. Oh, God. Jesus. I would like to say that I do want to bring to the court's attention that we came into this trial knowing that Dr. Dutchess had a countersuit. So just because one case is dismissed does not mean we will not proceed with the next one. Dr. Dutchess did have a countersuit.
Okay.
Thank you.
With that being said, I do want to do this because this is my juke joint and I know how things are ran and I'm putting things in perspective of what has happened today. Mr. Inedible, nobody can kick against the bricks because this is the final say. My juke joint has always been ran with the common cousins doing the final say. He will not give a determination today of a verdict. He asked one question. Didn't even get a chance to ask the person that is being accused that he has a bias with. He never had a chance to ask Dr. Dutchess a question. I stopped it. He only asked Tanzee a question. He has not done anything wrong. We are going to proceed. I get it. I put a poll up. Charge it to my head, not my heart. We are going to proceed with this case.
If you guys want to see
the judge is not missing the point. The judge, good yellow.
Okay.
You have had cases over here. I call you nephew. What's the point?
Can I please speak?
Hold on, the human. I'm after me. Yes, after me. The point was made that she and him have a relationship. Had you not brought that to my attention, I wouldn't have known that. He was not biased before. So my thing is, had you not brought that to the court's attention, tell the truth, how many people in this room would have known that they had that type of relationship? Because I did not know that. So with that being said, I would like to proceed and move in the order that we were going in, because I had no knowledge. He's not biased asking a question. How is he biased and he does not give a ruling?
Hey, Netra, I know you're gonna let Miss Human speak.
Move to the next slide.
Oh my God.
Kevin,
And I'm being told I'm speaking out of turn.
I know. No, I know this, but I know you was gonna allow Miss Human to speak. But I want to say this real quick. You cannot wait until halfway through the courts to say that. Let me finish. To say that there was some type of improprieties on a juror without any type of proof, just because someone stated in the comments and you're running with it, it doesn't make it right. Just like you're trying to bring this case to court, stating that Dr. Dutchess said something. You gotta have proof. You can't just
You're telling Ms. Netra how to run her live because she ran the poll. She decided to run the poll. I didn't run the poll.
I know, Ms. Human. I'm not talking about the poll. I'm not talking about the poll. I'm talking about saying that they're relatives and all of that. You could have done that when the case started.
I did not know until I was tagged 60 times about it.
Exactly. So where is the proof? So where is the proof?
Ms. Netra did not require proof. Ms. Netra did not require proof when she ran that poll. She changed her mind, which means it's not a fair.
She made a mistake.
It's not a fair trial.
I get it.
I got it.
Tell me what court you can go into and badger the judge.
Miss Human, I have a question. We're 3 hours. Hear me out, because we've been 20 minutes stuck on this. 3 hours into this court case, you bring something to the attention of us.
And you accepted it.
Hold on, ma'am. Before the 3 hour mark, what had he done that would even make you question him being a part of this juror?
I explained what he did. And not only that, you now have knowledge
before, ma'am, you're not answering the question. Before it was brought to your attention, you never called this out. So before...
Yes, I did. I called out his question, the fact that I broke down the evidence and the way he worded his question to confuse Tanzee. That's what I called out. On top of that, now that you know that he can be biased, you're keeping him up there, therefore not preventing him from being biased.
Well, hold on. You just used your own words that helped me push forward. You said now that you know he can be.
Yes. Now that you know, I was not made aware of their close relationship until I was tagged 60 times in the comments. You did not require evidence to run that poll. Not only did you run that poll, you said red means he drops. He got more red than blue. And then you went back on your word, which means that Tanzee and I do not have a fair trial.
I went back on my word.
On top of that, you said that if Tanzee and I, Ms. Netra,
and who's running the court now?
You allowed them to speak on our case.
I didn't hit this for you to keep going after it. Stop. I hit it for you to stop. Respectfully. At the end of the day, you're prolonging this court case. This man has not done anything that was biased. We've had several people had to rephrase their question. The poll was put up before I knew that somebody else that came up on this platform has been called nephew. If that's the case, that's conflict of interest. So what I'm saying is he's done nothing and he doesn't make a final say. It's up to the comment cousin jurors. So are we proceeding or are we throwing this shit out? Because we throwing it out? Because if we throw this out right now, I do want to bring it to your attention that your client has just lost her case. So it is in your lap right now. What are we doing?
All of the evidence
are throwing it out.
All of the evidence will be posted on Tanzee's page. We're
Be
throwing this
human.
out.
Can I talk to you real quick, real low
No,
key?
we're throwing this
Just
out.
real
This is
quick,
unfair.
real
She
quick.
already
Yeah,
announced
stop
that Dr.
begging her.
Duchess
She don't
won.
want to proceed. Just let her go on,
It's not
cause
about
Yeah,
begging.
let her
got
go
You
other
on.
gotta.
Let
cases.
her go on, because
This
then I
not
got a
about begging.
case.
She's a good lawyer. That's as simple as
She
that. This
is,
not.
and she
And
should
as I
convince her
And
said,
client to
you are
come
her
back.
friend, and
it's
you're
not.
showing
No,
bias.
I'm not showing bias. I'm
Yes,
letting
you
her
are.
know
Crowd
that
and shout, Joe.
she's a good lawyer. She likes doing it, right? And sometimes when you come up here in the juke joint or any other courtroom, it's not always going to be fair. That's what I'm trying to let her know. It's not always going to be fair. I didn't have to swing my ass off against Judge Trendsetter, okay? All I'm saying is, if you want, yeah, you might as well just do the damn thing. You've been doing it. You get what I'm saying? This man, he does not give the outcome. He's not going to say whether you're guilty or innocent. So that's all I'm getting at.
Right,
I think that you're good at what you do. So
Thank
don't
you so
just
much.
quit.
The point I'm trying to make is Ms.
He
Netra
all
is
right.
saying that he is not.
Dr.
Ms. Netra is saying that he does not make the final decision, right? The audience does. However,
Your Honor, she said she's gonna throw it out. Can we
the
move on?
audience voted for him to be off the platform, and Ms. Netra is not respecting the audience. How can I trust that she's going to respect the audience in the end?
Okay, thank you.
Well, she voted against me when I said she should be. It should be a bench trial.
Yeah. Closing arguments.
I'm just curious. He asked one damn question and that tainted the whole trial? Really? That's what the hell we discussing now?
Not only Kevin, hold on,
No,
Kevin,
they
not
wouldn't.
only that.
Hold on, hear me. Hold on. Listen, I dropped him for the final ruling. With that being said, ma'am, you have given up the right to proceed in this case.
Thank you. All the evidence will be on Tanzee's page.
Hold on. You owe a galaxy. You're interrupting me. I am deciding right now, because my word is my bond, and this is entertainment purpose now. Some of y'all new to the panel. I don't know if you're real, fake. I don't know what's going on. Yeah. But because I did put the poll up, and he lost the vote to the comment cousin jurors. It's kind of deflecting on my part to say that it's up to the comment cousin jurors, and it was up to them to drop him, and I didn't honor that. So my word is my bond. I have to honor. I did a lot of things today that I made mistakes on because I'm looking at the comments. I'm trying to please too many people. You can never please 1,600 people in the fucking room. So that's a default on my part. I should have went with whatever I wanted to go with, and we wouldn't be here right now. What I wanted to go with is that he never did anything before. It was brought up 3 hours later that he was related socially to Dr. Dutchess. What I did is I put a fucking poll up and put my foot in my mouth. Because of that, he is removed from this case. With that being said, we will proceed with the case. If Dr. Dutchess, I made a mistake before I said you will rule this case. That's my fault. So I will take my own fault into play. What I want to do is dismiss this case and Dr. Dutchess wins. But that's not going to be fair because there is a countersuit that will come behind. I'm going to take my fault. I never should have put the poll up. I should have kept going because the man only answered one question. One question should not be right here. With that being said, 2 seats are empty and they belonged to Tanzee and her attorney. I think we're in a safe place to say that this is now a mistrial. If anybody has a problem with this being a mistrial, you can see me in my chamber. At this time, I am asking Dr. Dutchess as well as Tanzee, how do you feel about this being now a mistrial?
I object. I object because Judge, you said you made a mistake with the comment cousins in terms of you made a mistake with the comment cousins when you ruled against them. Now you have honored that and dropped a juror. So my concern is you also ruled when they so rudely and abruptly left the courtroom that the case, I was the winner. So you get to go back on me being a winner, but you didn't get to go back on the comment cousins.
100.
You made two mistakes. You said that the comment cousins, they done fought for their right for their vote. Do I and my attorneys do not get the right to fight for your final ruling that ruled that I had won this case based upon the behavior of Tanzee and her attorney?
Yes, they get a right to fight for this case. With that being said, Dr. Dutchess is sticking strong to my ruling. So with that being said, attorneys, do you fight for this to be a win or a mistrial? Tanzee and her attorney left because under the circumstances, I did remove that juror. Do we keep fighting in court, or do we just invest 3 hours and not get to the end? Mistrial or fight for a win? My God, I'm on break. I'm on teddy bear.
I want to hear from my attorneys. I want them to answer the question, and I want to advise my attorney that as their client, I cannot tell them how to defend this case, but I have a say-so in the fact that this judge has ruled on my behalf. So if the ruling can be turned back for the so-called jurors in the comments, why the ruling don't get stand for me after these people showed a temper tantrum, left and demanded their way? A lot of things have happened up here I don't like, but I didn't take my attorneys and leave.
Ms. Netra, didn't you say the jurors have the final say?
Yes, the jurors have the final say. Yes.
Well, the jurors voted earlier. Now, I can ask the jurors, do they want a mistrial or keep going? But what the jurors voted on earlier, I've already corrected the problem, and I removed him from the bench.
But you all
speak without being
Dr.
interrupted.
Dutchess.
You came up and
You're in a good
interrupted.
No, Dr. Dutchess, please stop this lady from speaking. She's very disrespectful. The chosen, that's greatness
to stop from speaking.
That's greatness is wife.
Look at it. She don't want me to tell what her he did last night.
Hold on, because I heard wife. That's real. Good Yellow, please don't remove her. Please don't do that. Bring her back up. Because I was trying to get to introduce myself to her, and you took her down. Bring her back up. We here now. Please. Bring her back. Bring the chosen back. Because I heard wife.
She called Tanzee a bipolar bitch on a live, and I sent you that clip.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Are you here to fight for this case, or you done? Because I need to know, because I'm confused.
I'm done, however,
because he has been removed, and I have already ruled and said that because you and Tanzee left, that Dr. Dutchess wins this case by default.
Ms. Netra, I tried to explain when I came up, and I kept getting cut off. Can I please speak?
Baby, you just spoke.
All we've been hearing, Ms. Netra, is her speaking and interrupting.
You see, Ms. Netra? Do you see?
Yes.
Do you see this? Okay.
Please, respectfully. The hearing, what are we doing, baby?
The point that I was trying to make when I came up here is...
see why it's hard to do cases? Because shit be going left.
Miss, the point I was...
entertainment to... Go ahead.
The point I was trying to make was Tanzee and I were going to come back up here, and one of the things that you said to Dr. Dutchess was, you win if they do not come back up here. While we were about to come back up here, you allowed Dr. Dutchess, Inevitable, and multiple people to speak on our case, which further hurt our case, which is not fair. Additionally,
I don't like that manipulation.
Additionally, hold on, can I finish my thought?
Ma'am, you're not going to overtalk me. So let me tell you this, that's manipulation.
It's not manipulation, it's fact.
Let me stop you.
You left the courtroom, young lady.
I was in here.
Ma'am, You are another galaxy. We're still in court. You are another galaxy. I hate that I'm doing your pockets like that today, but we set rules in the start. Let me say something. That is manipulation. I did not do that. Where you're making it seem as though I hurt your case. No, ma'am. We were arguing, fussing over him being gone. That does not hurt your case. What does that have to do with your case? Someone just paid your galaxy for you. Thank you, I'm her. But that does not damage your case. We did not discuss the case further. We discussed a relationship. So please be respectful to me because I never discussed the case further. That's not true. That is not true.
Miss Netra, I
like you. You're a good ass attorney, but I got to stop you when you're wrong. I did not discuss the case at all. We were too busy fussing about if he should stay or go. That's it. That's all. It did not hurt your case. If we proceed with the case, the evidence will make the case.
The point I'm trying to make is because, and when you get it, everyone will watch us back. There were things that were said when we dropped and we were given the opportunity to come back up. As I was requesting up, the panelists were able to say certain things, and those things I believe
they're jurors. I asked them, did they want to make the decision, ma'am? They were asked.
Miss Netra, what I'm going to say here is, you also said that the panelists, the people on the panel, do not have the final say, including the jurors. Now you're telling Miss Dutchess, Dr. Dutchess, that she wins by default because we're dropped. But you have an opportunity to ask the jurors in the audience if it should be a mistrial or Dr. Dutchess should win.
No, ma'am, I never put that poll up. Listen, so let me see. You don't see how things go over here. I can tell it is your first time. We put polls up. Just because something comes out of my mouth until it's voted on, it's not a ruling. So when I premature talk, I'm letting them know what is getting ready to happen. That's manipulation on its finest. So
you're not manipulating.
But listen, there is no way in this room of 1,600 people that I will be able to count yes or no's or what they feel. I always put a poll up.
Yes, that's what I'm saying, a poll.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. The only poll, not mistrial and thrown out. Now, I did ask my jurors up here what their input was. Do we continue? Do we stop? And then Dr. Dutchess, who Galaxy has been paid, intervened and said, you didn't give me that choice. So now I got to go back and revisit the choice that I didn't give Dr. Dutchess like I gave you in Tanzee. You see the difference? So I can't be pleasing to one and not to another because now that's conflict of interest. Now I'm in trouble as a judge. So what I have to do is even go back now and revisit now Dr. Dutchess. I revisit yours. I thought about it. I fucked up. I put my foot in my mouth. So he's been dropped. He's been dropped. So I satisfied you in Tanzee.
After pleading multiple times,
Your Honor.
Ma'am, now I have to make a decision on if we're going to now continue because the problem is gone, correct? Now the problem is gone on your side. Now the problem that I have to deal with is the problem on Dr. Dutchess' side. I put my foot in my mouth and I said, you will win by default. So the default is really out the door because the problem is gone.
Miss Netra, can I please speak? When I came up here, Inevitable was still up here.
Responding. It's called a conversation.
He was still up here. So we still saw that as an unfair trial. You dropped him after I dropped the second time.
You're not going to win that way. We're not going to do this all day for 2 hours. So here's the deal. This is going to be a win to Dr. Dutchess by default if you can't make up which way we're going with this. You are speaking. I'm responding to you speaking. So after the response, we have to get to the solution. We can't do the back and forth. It's court. We're still in court. Are we proceeding? Because you're a good attorney, but we're not getting anywhere. So now I'm going to put up a poll for the coming cousin jurors if you and I can't come to some type of resolution. Will we proceed with the trial or will this be a mistrial by default?
Your Honor?
A mistrial by default.
Okay, that is okay. Manning, I see your hand in the air, and then we'll hear from Kevin.
I want to speak to Miss Netra as well, whenever you get a chance.
Okay. I say let's proceed. That's period on poo. Go ahead, Manny. Let me hear from you.
Hey, Judge Trendsetter. Hi, the court.
Woo.
How is everybody doing? So I'm here on behalf of the Married People's Coalition. We're a little upset with the Dr. D. Finding out that, she proceeded today knowing that she's a married woman and we would not have even gave such a woman the time of day. We did have to come up to address Dr. Dutchess. The Married People's Coalition feels as if, sister, you let us down because, baby, you wasn't even supposed to give her the time of day.
Manny, you know that's some
Knowing that
bullshit,
she
Manny.
said
You
what
know
she
that's
said.
some
And we found
bullshit,
this out
Manny.
later. We found this out
Manny, you
later.
know
What
that's
she
some
said.
bullshit.
So that's it from the Married People Coalition. We found out later what she said
Manny,
to
that's
you.
some bullshit, Manny.
Oh, yeah, we don't like it.
You know
We don't like it.
Tanzee is married.
We know that, but baby, Dr. D should have not even brought us here knowing that woman said, girl, we don't know who to fight for, the Married People Coalition. We lost.
My God. Manny. Okay, he dropped on his own before I could get to him. He dropped. I hear the human saying default. Kevin Brown, will this case proceed? Because I'm in this thing now. Both knees in quicksand. My ass is sinking. No need to get up now.
Being that you were the cause of the unfortunate lapse in judgment, it is okay for you to recuse yourself and allow your alternate judge to sit in. All she got to do is go get her robe and we can proceed with the case as is. We do not have to have a mistrial nor by default. We can pick up right where we left. Just recuse yourself and allow Judge Poetic to do her job. And we can move on with the case.
Ooh, girl.
I'd just like to say, whereas my client had previously wanted to throw and just give up and go with the first ruling of the judge, Judge Trendsetter, she has now. No, listen, let me finish. She has now said she wants to continue. She wants to continue.
Plan B.
Hey, bailiff.
Dr. Dutchess wants to continue.
Bailiff Otis, is it not normal when there's a lot of outbursts by whatever lawyer or whether it be the defendant or the prosecutor, have we not seen in this juke joint that when you have multiple outbursts like that, eventually you lose your case and the opponent wins? Is that not been a history here?
No, it hasn't been in history, but the attorneys.
There has been. Give me 2.2, Kevin.
Isn't that how you won your case? Fuck around and find out.
Poetic was a juror, but I do need to let the coming cousin jurors know this. Over here, the judge does not get the final say either. So that's not how this juke joint works. It's always on the coming cousin jurors. So what Poetic RN will do, she will direct the traffic. She will direct, and if there's any questions, she can ask questions, okay? So they're saying, let's take a poll. We can take a poll. Now, I can continue on. It's entertainment purposes for me. I can go either way.
We're not polling every damn thing. We're going to do like
yeah,
we've been
it's entertainment for you. It's not entertainment anymore for me.
We're not going to keep polling everything. We're going to do it like we've been doing in the juke joint.
I'm with Otis.
Yeah.
People come along and they try to change it.
What's the poll that they looking for anyway? Because I feel like we can proceed with Poetic. Dr. Dutchess, are you wanting to continue? Because the human said default. Because we can get into the countersuit. In that case, can be. I
would prefer the default and to go to the countersuit.
Okay. So with that being said, I see some of y'all saying we want Netra. I'm having fun the way it's going. It's entertainment for me. I'm having fun with it. So I hope y'all are still entertained. It's been 3 hours. I do have 3 little girls here and it is 4:00 and I need to make sure that they're okay, take a break, feed them and all that. So it's very entertaining. This gives me a chance to get to my grandkids, be listening and participate this way instead of having to be in the screen. So with that being said, we are going to dismiss by default. Put it on Judge Trendsetter. the first case. Now we are getting ready to get into the countersuit where Dr. Dutchess is bringing Tanzee to the juke joint. Poetic will be the standing in judge. I see y'all booing or whatever. Just, hey, it's a new year. Embrace what you get to participate in. And that you don't, embrace that as well. Hi. This is good to me.
So is that a win for us?
Yes.
Hell no. Hell no.
Haven't you won a case by default?
No, I definitely have.
A win is a win.
Well, I was ready to continue. If they want to get a breather and think about it and come back and we continue this case later, we can.
No, I
was
want
really
to move
enjoying
forward.
it. I don't think that the case
And y'all can drop me down. That's all I want to say. Married women
I want to move
winning.
forward. I want to move forward. I want to
down.
state my case, and I want punitive damages.
Yeah, so let me say this, Dr. Dutchess. I think that it should have kept going. My honest opinion. I really think that it should have kept going. I don't think that he did anything to put a damper on the case. I really like how it was going with the therapists coming up, their input. The attorneys are both good attorneys, both sides. It was just good. I'm learning, and I told this to Kevin Brown, when it gets serious, I bow out. When it goes to me.
I understand that, Judge, but there has been clearly an attempt to do harm to my reputation and my mental health. Yes. And nobody has seemed to care about that. Okay, people have been allowed to come up here who are clearly inferior to me in education, profession, and experience. Yes, this was fun. I always participate in your court. People always want to bring me to court. Okay, but the other side has been allowed to have multiple temper tantrums. They've been very disrespectful of my attorneys. They've been disrespectful of the judge. Enough is enough. I'll take my win by default.
Well, and let me
this
say
$2.2 million judgment settled, and then we can go party, Miss Dutchess. That's all we got to do.
Yes, now it's time to move forward.
Fair. And let me tell you why you're not being fair, human. And you're one of the reasons why I took the robe off. No disrespect to you. But you overtalk, and I'm not used to that. I'm used to having a proper ran, sociable platform when it comes to the court cases. I get you're a good attorney, but you have to know when to just Another thing, it's not you're saying that I'm being unfair of something that was brought up 3 hours into the case. That's what's not fair. We knew nothing about the relationship. I've never heard that relationship standpoint. So for you to say that I should have dropped him way before, how? When I didn't know that.
And honestly, nor did she. She had no knowledge of the relationship either. It was the common cousin that was saying it. So she was running with the common cousin with no actual proof.
The Yella did that.
So that's
because they've been biased from the start.
Well, let me tell her this too, because I like the explanation. I want to communicate with her. You said I didn't keep my word. I'm not used to people whining in court either. So you make it hard to keep a word. No disrespect to you, because us, we move on. I wouldn't have never had to put a poll up. Honestly, I never would have had to put a poll up and ask people about dropping him, because my intellect, my mind, my thought process would have been he didn't fuck up the case. But because you were crying and whining about it, I put up a poll. So you made me put my foot in my mouth. I wouldn't have had to put up shit, because he was not even brought to the attention of having that type of relationship. So because I'm trying to cater to your feelings, I did shit I'm not used to. And I did ability to that. I'm just being honest.
Not before me. I've been waiting and waiting.
Go ahead.
I thought you was talking.
I'm just being honest. I'm not just have to put up posts when shit don't make sense. Go ahead, The Chosen.
First of all, Happy New Year to everyone. I do want to state that. And also, late last night, around 2 or 3 in the morning, Tanzee, and her attorney was in the same night. They came in our space. Dr. Dutchess was there. And it was more of a torment. It was a torment. And I said, don't you all have a case tomorrow? Why would you all be here? And when she stated that she asked Greatness about being a witness, she never was specific about who the witness was for. She was condescending with the questions, and he answered thinking he would be a witness for Dr. Dutchess. But she didn't state that. So she's been condescending, over speaking, disrespectful to the court and the judge since I've been in this room. And I digress.
Okay, so hi Netra. What's up, FOE?
Someone said tell Dr. Dutchess that Bella was gonna be taking this to her court. It's good. I mean, that's okay. It's entertainment. If Bella wants to take it to her court, she can. It's okay. That don't bother us. We don't care about shit like that over here. But we used to Bella taking FOE to the docket. Y'all didn't know that? Go ahead, I'm her. Yeah, we used to.
Okay, so this was a good court case. I just want to first explain when it comes to a juror and a witness.
Miss Netra,
Excuse me. Can I finish?
No, you excuse me.
Let her finish.
I've been informed.
She's not gonna let me finish, Miss
that her is biased toward Tanzee.
This ain't even. This the end of the case, so it don't even matter. The case
It matters
over
to me. It matters
What's
to
going
me.
on, I'm her? What's going on?
May I proceed, Miss Netra?
I would like to move to the
May
next
I
case.
proceed, Miss Netra?
Yeah, because I want to know, is this about the case or because I
No, it was more so, I was explaining about juror witness type thing. You didn't even let me. I never even got anything out, right? I didn't even say anything about the case, right?
Juror witness, go ahead.
Okay, so when it comes to a juror witness type situation, a juror is typically a person that has no relation or no interaction to plaintiff nor defendant. A witness is typically a person that will have a personable, and is subject to have a personable relationship with the plaintiff or defendant. So when y'all came to that juncture with this guy, once it was established that it was any type of relationship, I feel like he should have been removed because it was established a relationship.
But I am her. You got to understand, on this side, we're on TikTok, just like Netra.
I do understand that, Kevin, but everybody was giving an explanation.
But let me finish.
Everybody was trying to get. I know. I never even finished what I was saying before.
I thought you stopped. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I thought you stopped for a pause. Go ahead.
I didn't.
Hold on, y'all. What we not gonna do today is turn this bitch upside down.
I'm not Miss Netra. I wouldn't dare do that.
We're not gonna turn this upside down. I'm telling y'all, I'm not with the bullshit today. So respectfully, please respect the people that be here. We're not turning this upside down. It's not that serious for me. It started out as entertainment, so I will not turn this upside down.
I won't either. Can I finish though?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so and then furthermore, like when you're ruling, I feel like you never said so ordered when you made that statement. So usually when you're finishing out your verdict, from me being over here in this court, you say it is so ordered. You never said that at that point.
I say what is so ordered?
When you render your verdict, you usually say so ordered. You did not say that at that point.
She never makes a verdict.
That's kind of a weak point to what we were discussing.
Right, but what I'm saying when you said,
it's not a verdict because we didn't get nowhere with it.
Right, like, but Dr. Dutchess said that you did render one when you made that statement that she won. You never stated so ordered.
Just an observation.
Yeah, listen, y'all. This is.
I think y'all being too personal.
It's not even that deep for me.
Okay, y'all have a good day.
What this is.
Yeah, I am. It just seems like people turn court into debate talk. This isn't debate talk. This is court.
Yeah, this is entertainment.
Yeah, I wasn't debating at all.
No, I wasn't talking about you. I wasn't talking about you. I wasn't talking about you. I was actually talking about the case. It turned into debate talk. And that's what was most irritating. And I feel like
on the case, it was just overall.
I'm not talking about what you was talking about.
I think it became personal. And this is me. And I tell Kevin this. I enjoy the court cases, but I enjoy the court cases that don't get personal and deep. When people start getting offended and I can see it, I bow out. And I think that's the best place for me to be, is on the outside of it. I can tell when shit shift. And when it goes, because I'm the entertainer. I'm the entertainer. So whenever the entertainment part comes out of it, me being older in my realm, me feeling like I'm older enough to know better, you don't continue on with stuff. It's not that serious for me. I know in other courtrooms, people used to seeing that and seeing people feelings not matter, don't give a fuck. But I'm not like that. When I'm up here one-on-one by myself eating somebody up, that's when somebody's feelings don't fucking matter. Hear me out. No disrespect. But when I'm up here by myself, ain't nobody else in the box. It's Netra. Can't nobody come back and say nothing about nobody else. That's when your fucking feelings don't matter. Because you done did something to me while I'm in a box dragging your ass. That's why I'm up here by myself dragging you. But there's other people involved in this, not just my feelings. So what I do is I choose to take it and say, hey, this ain't became entertainment no more. People are really in their feelings and you get the fuck out the way. And that's just how I move in real life. So it's the top of the year, like Uncle Bernie said. Things got serious. I'm well enough, smart enough to know to let the shit cool off. And then we come back in real life.
Ms. Netra, can I say something? So as everybody has already been saying, all I do is ask a question and it wasn't biased. You got people coming up here that don't even understand how your court works, but their opinion is biased against Dr. Dutchess without them even knowing how the judge and how the courtroom works. That speaks volumes about what really is going on in this fucking room.
Right.
All I did was ask a question. Y'all are coming up here throwing subliminal messages against Dr. Dutchess and don't even know how the court work. That's it.
You said one thing, and my thing is this. You said one, you asked a question. You asked a question. You asked a question. Everybody's feelings are warranted in here. That's why my robe is off. I told y'all it's not just about me. But you asked the question. I never would have known, nor she, had no one come in 3 hours later and says she calls him nephew. That really don't matter right now. There's no backside conversations. Like, y'all act like the man and woman really nephew and auntie for real in real life. I call a lot of people over here auntie. They're not related to me. But he didn't do.
You call me auntie.
Yeah, he did not do anything that made this case go upside down. I don't think he did anything that made the case go upside down. But I see feelings are really
all of these troll accounts. That's who was really voting. People on there that have a axe to grind against Dr. Dutchess plus their troll account. That's who was really voting. That's why she lost the vote. It was their primary account and their troll account counting against her. Once Dr. Dutchess case is over with, not to say I'm not talking against your platform, Ms. Netra, but once this case is over with Dr. Dutchess, some of these views will leave, and I guarantee you that because people have an axe to grind with Dr. Dutchess. That's bullshit.
Y'all seen that BB game and been downstairs acting a fool and being disrespectful, and y'all decided to bring him up? He been downstairs being disrespectful, and somebody decided to bring him up? Really?
Who?
I'm not understanding.